So back working on the Farmall 300 again a little bit. My dad complained because this wheel was about 4 inches further out than it used to be, and the axle was sticking. Well, it was not sticking out on this side. It's sticking out now maybe about an inch. But anyway, I think this wheel was probably moved maybe about 40 or 45 years ago. And by taking a hammer and wrapping on the heads of those bolts, you got 2 on the inside, 2 more on the outside, I was able to get those bolts broke loose. This wheel on this side, I don't think it's probably been moved in, I'm going to guess 60 years maybe. In fact, that might be how it came from the factory, although I've heard people say that they actually flip these wheels with the cone out rather than the cone in like it is now. But anyway, what I'm going to do, I've worked on this one a little bit, and it's gotten to the place where I think I'm going to damage the head of the bolt if I keep going the way I am. So I'm going to take a cutting torch with a big tip on it and heat this part of that casting up where the bolt actually is threaded in there and threaded in there. So I'm going to heat that up, see if I can get it broke loose. So, heat causes metal to expand. Another way to work good if I just had a cheater bar on this wrench, but I don't right now. Looks like we got one of them coming. So we got the 2 outside ones loose. I'm going to take them all the way out, wire brush them, clean them up and oil them, and put them back in and then go after the inside ones. So I got the music going in the background. I got the left rear wheel chocked so that the tractor won't move. I got the John Deere jack underneath the axle, and what I'm doing is taking these hub clamp bolts. I'm going to take them clear out. I'm going to clean up the area down around the bottom. I'm going to take the bolts, wire brush them, oil them, put them back in, and then go out and do that side. So I pulled the bolts, cleaned them up, oiled them up, and they're loose now, both sides. So and then take a screwdriver and some compressed air or whatever, clean out the keyway and get all the crap out of there you can. Take the wheel, give it a good shake, make sure it's loose all the way around the hub. And then it's just a question of figuring out how to move the wheel and tire assembly. Now, John Deere took and cut cross hatches, well, I guess it's probably right about there in the axle. And then they've got a little jack gear in there that you can take a wrench and just jack a wheel out on a John Deere 50, 60, 70. So nice, just works so great. That's one thing I found out about this IH Farmall 300 is it just doesn't seem like it was built with the idea of good serviceability. Just so much stuff you've got to do to work on it. You've got to take off all the sheet metal off the sides to get to a lot of the things on the engine, and it's I'll take the John Deere 60 over this Farmall 300 I think any day. One thing I should also mention, take some abrasive of one kind or another clean all the old rust off of there so that once you get this hub moved out to where it goes, it's grabbing some good metal and not a bunch of rust. Meanwhile, I found that I could take and clamp a bottle jack onto that part right there, and then you can see that with every pump of the jack, it's just moving that wheel assembly out real nice. So that's one idea. I'm sure you guys will come up with other ones to move your wheels, but that's the end of this video.